Hi guys, okay, I'm just going to do a lesson on finding the area of parallelograms and trapezia. I'm going to assume, I'm not going to do a lesson on area of a rectangle and triangle because I'm going to assume you know how to do that, but parallelograms and trapezia can be quite tricky, particularly the trapezium, but the formula is given in the formula booklet. This, guys, I've taken straight from the formula sheet at the front of the exam. Okay, I'll get to that in question 2. Question 1, I'll just do first. So it says find the area. This is a parallelogram, guys. I can tell it's a parallelogram because opposite sides are parallel. And it's very easy. The area is just base times height. Now I've put in 3 numbers here, guys. It's important you recognize that the height is the perpendicular height from the base. So if this is 20, the height is 9. It's not 13. I'm not going to use 13 at all. So it's just 20 times 9, which is 180 centimeters squared. Okay, so that's the easy one. I'll do a past paper question after, guys, just to show you that they can make the questions more difficult, and usually they will combine it with other topics. Anyway, area of a trapezium. So it says it here, guys. It's half a plus b times h. So the area is equal to a half. Now the a plus b are the 2 parallel sides. So a trapezium, guys, is a 4-sided shape where 2 of the sides are parallel. So to get the area, you get those 2 sides that are parallel, you add them together, so that's the 14 and the 8. They are the sides that are parallel. You add them together, and then you divide by 2. So the reason you're doing that is you kind of pretend it's a rectangle, and you're going, right, well, will I use the 14 or will I use the 8 because they're different lengths? And then you say, well, why don't I just get the average of the 2, which is add them together and divide by 2. In this case, it's going to be 11. And then say, okay, I'll just get the average and times by 5. So it's this times 5. Very easy. It's a half times 11. Sorry, it's not 11. It's a half times 22 times 5. You can do that on your calculator, guys, if you want. But it's 11 times 5, which is 55 centimeters squared. Okay, so fairly straightforward. I'll go to 2 past paper questions, guys, to show you that it's not always that easy and that they combine topics. Now, if you haven't done, guys, trigonometry yet, you are not going to be able to do this question, so apologies for it, but I wanted you to see a question where they mix the 2. Okay, so as we said, guys, this is a parallelogram. It says it in the question, and he says work out the area of the parallelogram. Now we have this side here and we have this side here, but I don't have the height. I need the height to get the area of the parallelogram. So how am I going to get the height? Well, if this is 106 degrees, that, guys, is 90 degrees because I've drawn a perpendicular height straight down. And if that's 90, then this angle here, this angle has to be 16 degrees because 16 plus 90 gives me 106. Okay, now I can use SOHCAHTOA to find h. Now again, guys, if you haven't done SOHCAHTOA yet, apologies, but this is how you do it. We're going to say the cosine of 16. Cosine because I want the adjacent and I have the hypotenuse. So cosine 16 degrees is equal to adjacent h over 9.3, which means h is equal to 9.3 times cos 16 degrees, which means h is equal to, let's do that on the calculator, guys, 9.3 times cos 16 degrees, which is 8.9397. 8.9397. Okay, that's an 8, by the way, guys. Okay, The area of the parallelogram is therefore, base 14.7 times height 8.9397. So this times 14.7, 131.414, 131.414. He says 3 significant figures, 1, 2, 3, stop at the 1. This is a 4, so keep it where it was. So it's 131 centimeters squared. Okay, that's the first past paper question. Second one, guys, we don't need any trigonometry, but we do need to use some algebra. So what am I going to do? It says the area of the trapezium is this, show this. Now guys, that's kind of your answer. Some students start with this and then they get all confused. That's the answer. Don't worry about it for now. I'm just going to say the area is equal to, remember, it's a half this times this. So a half, sorry, it's not this times this. It's a half this plus this. So it's a half A plus B, half A plus B times the height. So times 2x minus 3. Okay, that is a half. I'll put the half here, guys, and I'm going to do, it's a half x plus 5 plus 3x. So that's 4x plus 3 times 2x minus 3. And we know the area is 133, so I'm going to put in 133. Okay, next step, I'm going to multiply across by the 2. So this gives me 266 equals 4x plus 3 times 2x minus 3. Okay, 266. I'm then going to multiply this out, guys. 4x times 2x is 8x squared. 4x times minus 3 is minus 12x. 3 times 2x is plus 6x. 3 times minus 3 is minus 9. Okay, this is equal to 8x squared minus 12x plus 6x is minus 6x, and minus 9 minus 266, when I subtract it over, is minus 275, which is what I needed to show, guys. As I said, this is the answer. X squared minus 6x minus 275 equals 0. That's what they wanted, so I'm done, and I'll write QED. Okay, that's it, guys. That's the lesson. That's area of a parallelogram and trapezium.